So I am just in everyday clothes at the moment. Today is the 7th of July, 8th of July I think, and I have just started on my dress. So I was in two minds whether to buy a corset and use that as the basis of my dress, or whether to buy a pattern. Then I got a notification saying the pattern that I really liked was on sale for around £3, so absolute bargain, so I bought it. And I am just at the moment printing it. It's still 84 pages, which is a lot of pages, so it's going to be printing for a little while, I think. And then once I've got it printed, obviously I will stick it all together. I'm printing the instructions as well, which are obviously, it's quite a bit more paper. And I've ordered a corset as well, so I will see what I prefer out of the two. My main problem with the corset is I don't know how I'm going to try it on without my partner seeing, because obviously you do the corset up at the back. I'm intelligent, but not that intelligent to be able to do it myself, unless there's some sort of tutorial online probably. But yeah, whilst that is printing, I am going to be getting on with some work. Sorry, I'm just walking around the house. I'm a little bit limited on the days that I can do it because my partner works from home, and obviously to cut out the pattern pieces you need a lot of space, so I'm a little bit limited to the days that he's in the office. Today is a Monday, so he's in the office. Again, I'm giving you a big tour. I don't know whether this will just be for me in the future, hi Kim if you're watching, or whether this will be online. So this is the fabric, I'll show you. This is the fabric that I bought. So I bought this one. I thought that it would be quite nice, but it's not quite what I was expecting. I bought this lacy fabric. This can go over the top. I really like this because it's not too bright. Some more of that, and then the rest is tulle. So I've got a mix between sort of ivory, off-white, I don't know how well you can see that, and white. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see the difference between the two colours. This one is a lot softer, so it has less shape. The white one is very thick. So I have got all of the paper printed. So this is the pattern, which is 80 something pages long, 86 I think. I used a lot of recycled paper though, so this all has writing on the back. It's stuff that I can't use normally for printing, and I've got the instructions here. I will say, to start off with, the instructions look like they're quite general or generic. So they talk about how to do curves, how to do backs, how to do zips, but it doesn't have a step-by-step how to make it. I'm hoping that it's fairly straightforward, but what I am going to do, don't know if you can hear the guinea pigs in the background. They're keeping me company today. So what I am going to do to start off with, and I'm hoping to have this done today, although 86 pages is a lot, it's got the layout of the pattern, so how it's laid out, and all of the pages have this border around them. And that's, you cut out the border so that it's the right size, and then you stick them all together so it goes row 1 column 1 and then row 1 column 2, blah 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 blah. It goes in like a grid. So I have measured this, so this is the right size. If anything, it might be a little bit big, but it's better a little bit big than a little bit too small. What I think is a really good idea, I've never printed off any patterns from the internet before, so it's probably quite normal, but they've got this little measurement square on the front, so you just print the first page off until the measurements are correct, and it gives you different directions if it doesn't fit what you should do. And my one, the first one came out too small, the second one was too big. And I found out that it wasn't printed 100%, it was printed 90 something and 100 and something percent, so obviously it was off. I'm going to be watching true crime on YouTube and getting this cut out, and hopefully I will have it all cut out before my partner gets home. So I've just cut out all of the pattern pieces. It's taken me, I think, about an hour or just over an hour. And the way that I've done it is I've just cut out two sides of it. So you'll see there's two sides with borders on still. So then when I patch them together, there won't be a gap in the middle. They will all sit together quite well. And it's only 3:30, so I think I've got enough time to put them all together and hopefully cut them out again. I think it might be easier to do them in rows, because otherwise they're just going to get all messed up, I think. So I've been at it for a little while and I need more space. So there are 12 rows on this pattern. This is 3 of them. That's 5 of them. So there's quite a few that are in the middle and they're A4 sheets. So I need to move this table further out of the way. Right, and hopefully this is enough room, look. So I did know this was going to be big, but I didn't realise it was going to be this big. It's taken up my whole front room. I suppose I better get cracking. Oh God. I just want to show you how long this is. So I'm about 6'5". So my head is at the top of this. My feet are at number 7. If I lie the other end of it, you'll be able to see how long it is. My feet are at number 6. This is long. This is so long. What did I do? What did I do? It's so long. It's got a full skirt on it, can you tell? So this is it. So this is obviously, this is the back of the skirt. This is the front facing main fabric, but it doesn't actually say what it is. This is the skirt front. I don't know why the back of the skirt isn't as full as well though. That's strange. This is the side back. This is a centre front. This is the sleeve. The side front, centre back, back facing main fabric. Yeah, I don't know. Sleeve facing. I guess I should probably know what that means, but alas, I do not. So yeah, that's where I am at the moment. It's what's the time? It's 20 to 5, so I'm wondering if I'm going to have enough time to cut this out. If I don't cut this all out though, where am I going to put it? Oh, I'm going to try and cut it all out. I'll put a timer on for like 5:30. If I'm not done by 5:30, then I will have to get out of the room so that it's all away before my partner gets home. Oh, it's massive! So exciting. It's going to be stressful when I cut it out though. God. Hi, this is Editing Kim, coming from you after the wedding. Just to give some context before the next clip, I was able to cut out all of the pattern pieces in time. I hung them all up on a clothes hook. I will pop a clip in of how I did that. It's not magical. And I was able to hang these up so that they didn't crease the pattern pieces. The next clips you are going to see were sent to my mum, just for some updates of how I was getting on with the process. So it sounds as though I'm talking to someone. It's because I'm talking to my mum in the clips. So after the clip of me cutting out all of the pattern pieces, I got some spare fabric, so old bed sheets, and I cut out all of the pattern pieces and I sewed them together. So I started with just the top part to see how it looked, and then you will see in the next clip that I attached the skirt as well. So the reason I made it out of old bed sheets is just to see how the pattern looked and to just see if it was easy to follow. As I said, with the pattern that I bought, it didn't actually come with instructions. It came with directions on how to do different things, i.e. how to sew a dart, how to attach a zip, etc. So it doesn't say this is what you start with, then you do this, this, this and this, which can be quite useful when you're making a dress, especially if you want it to be a wedding dress. Here's a picture of the pattern. This is kind of what I was going for. I will see if I can pop in some other pictures of dresses that I was looking at as well that I felt quite inspired by, but if I don't have the original links to them, I won't link them. Enjoy the next few clips. So this is the top that I've got so far. It's probably not a good representation because obviously you're down and I'm not. So this is the top part. It's really rough draft. This is just some old bed sheets. So it's meant to have off the shoulder sleeves made of like sheer material. Can't remember the name of it. But at the back this is like double. Obviously I need a hand with keeping it up and readjusting it. But yeah, I think I'll have to. Obviously this was a really quick one, so yeah, but that's kind of the shape of it. But I wish you were here because I just need some help with the back. I think it comes down quite, yeah, it comes down sort of under bra line. I think it might be a bit big as well, maybe I need to adjust it. This hasn't got much structure, as I said, because part of the dress is to have the sleeves off the shoulder, so that would sort of keep it in or up. I have ordered the top as well. That should be coming soon, hopefully. I can track it, to be honest. So I'm going to see how that goes. I've got a friend coming over next weekend as well, so hopefully she can give me a hand with sizing the corset for the first time, and give me a hand adjusting this as well. Anton's going to help me make a thing of my body as well, because I had a look online to buy them. They're not as expensive as I thought, but they're still over 100 quid, which I'm not going to spend on one day because I've got materials and stuff to buy as well. Yeah, we're going to make a thing out of plaster of Paris, a form of my body. So that'll be fun. I think I'm going to stick it on the end of the mop, as long as it stays there. So yeah, that'll be fun. It'll make it easier to get the sizing right, because at the moment it's a bit difficult. But yeah, I'm in two minds whether to attach the skirt, because obviously it doesn't fit at the moment. I need to put a zip in the back, but again, I don't know where to add the zip because it's so big. So yeah, I might add the skirt. Obviously I haven't spent as much time on this. I am clothed, by the way. I haven't spent as much time on this dress as I would do on the big one, and obviously the skirt will look different because I'm using like one layer of material rather than loads of netting. So yeah, so I've just added the skirt. This is a really bad angle because obviously you can't see anything. I really need someone to pin the back so that I can fit it better. I don't know if you've seen some of those videos of like the ribbon backing. I think that might be quite cool, and it will be easier than doing like an eyelet. So the skirt is just straight down. I haven't attached them. They're just pinned. I feel like it needs to be up a bit so that it sits on my hips so that it's a fit better. This is so difficult. Oh, I'm just gripping it at the back again. Yeah, so this is just straight down. Don't know, this won't stay up again. It's just like really simple. Obviously this bit would be area because it'll be netting. So this will be my main fabric. So I'll have this as either the corset, which will obviously stay up, and then I'll cover it with the fabric. And then this will be the main skirt kind of pattern of the lining. And then I will have the netting underneath to make it fluffier and make it flowier. And then I'll have the main fabric on the top, which again is like a netting with flowers on it. God, yeah, it's down to my feet at the moment. I think with heels on it will be fine. Yeah, once I make the mannequin, I'm going to see how many times I can get the netting around the skirt, just to see how see-through it is. If it's not too see-through, I might just stick with the netting, because I feel it will just be area as in it will be more flowy. This is obviously the first draft. It's very first draft, but yeah. So that is where the first chapter of my wedding dress ends. So I did finish my mannequin, so it was a very easy process. I will try and link the tutorial below. So you wrap yourself in cling film and you get another person to sort of wrap you in plaster of Paris. Once it's dry, you cut it off and you sort of stuff it, and obviously find something to stick it on, and you've got your own sort of dressmaker's tool. Unfortunately, when I was making mine, I didn't feel very well about halfway through the process. Actually, technically it was we had like 2 more strips of plaster of Paris to put on. Unfortunately, I didn't feel very well, so we had to take it off prematurely. And when I tried the pattern, unfortunately, it wasn't very accurate. Now, I completely feel as though it was user error rather than instructional error, if that makes sense, just because I didn't feel very well. I will maybe try it again. I think there's a few more dresses that I want to make, and I think it would be very useful to have a dressmaker's tool to help me. So at the end of chapter 1 or video 1 is where I have ordered myself a corset. I've cut out all the pattern pieces, I stuck them all together and cut out my fabric, and I made the initial first draft of the dress. The next episode will be out shortly. I have decided to make these into different episodes just because the video would be quite long if they were all together, and I feel it would be more manageable for people to watch sort of 3 or 4 30-minute episodes as opposed to one really long 1.5 hour to 2 hours worth of videos. Thank you very much for watching, and if you've enjoyed this, feel free to comment or subscribe. Again, I will have the next episode out shortly. If you subscribe, you will get a notification when my next video comes up. Thank you very much for watching. It's a very personal project of mine, so I really appreciate being able to share it with you. And until next video, thank you very much. Take care. Bye.